Gestalt psychology is a school of thought that looks at the human mind and behavior as a whole. One of the central concepts of Gestalt's approach of need fulfillment is the figure ground relationship. This is the basic perceptual principle of making the wholes of human needs or experiences meaningful. This relationship is illustrated by examining how we interact with technology. You can see the desktop on your screen right now. There are a few applications open. If you select one, that becomes the active view, also known as the figure. The other application is in the background, and if you click it, it will become the active one. But only one can be active at any given moment in time. That is where our focus is, and that is what is called the figure. For any individual, the figure is usually which is the most relevant or meaningful to the person. It is what draws his or her interest in a dominant manner at that point of time. In the absence of basic satisfactions, biological hungers such as need for food or stimulation may be compelling figures determining the person's whole existential focus. However, basic needs can also be abrogated in service of higher needs. For example, a security update is ignored and pushed forward over completing an episode on Netflix. The Gestalt approach emphasizes that good experience is based upon the perception of one clear figure after another. A clear figure may be, for example, the intellectual need for solving a complex problem or social need for intimacy. We prefer things that are simple, clear, and ordered. These things are safer, they take less time for us to process and present less dangerous surprises. People will perceive and interpret ambiguous or complex images as the simplest form possible. The changing pattern of a person's needs neither merge into one another nor do they dominate the system once they have been met. For example, when security need that are putting the system at risk has been met, I move forward with peace of mind and enthusiasm to my work. Having fulfilled my need of intellectual stimulation, I freely and completely engage with my friend in a playful conversation. The process of figure ground shift may occur slowly over years of training, as for example, the need to qualify as a software expert. It may also occur in a matter of seconds, as in the sudden aha experience when a client suddenly integrates a new insight. It can be compared with when the viewer decides that instead of watching low quality sitcoms, it's better to expand the horizon to documentaries. Such an insight may completely alter the relationship between past and future expectations and understanding figure and ground. The process of moving flexibly and creatively between figure and ground can be chronically or traumatically interrupted. Either rigidity or lack of clear figure formation interferes with the natural completion of an adequate gestalt. This results in a fixed gestalt or an unfinished experience which interferes with good contact with self, others, or the environment in the present. Then the unmet needs become incomplete gestalts which demand attention and prevent the formation of new gestalts. Counseling deals with such unfinished businesses by removing the distortions or interruptions to the formation of vital, meaningful, and fulfilling figure ground relationships and experiences in everyday life. Of course, all of us can tolerate a certain level of unfinished business, but when these interruptions become chronic or overwhelming, temporary or permanent disability may result. This interference binds psychological energy and drains it away from effective functioning in the current reality. Pathology may be caused when an unfinished or incomplete gestalt is inappropriately or prematurely closed under stress. An example could be when John got his new phone, the battery would deplete pretty quickly. For lack of a better understanding of how phones work, he associated the rapid decline in charge to using his mobile data. Years later, even though the technology has evolved and so has the usage pattern, John still gets anxious whenever he's outside using the mobile data. So we have seen that how the way we interact with technology can be related to the gestalt. We hope this was fun and informative. Thank you.